What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So what's going on in the great state of Texas? We're going to take a look at the Senate race. We're going to look at the Democratic primary right now. So we'll take a look at Tallarico as well as Crockett. Some new information came out. We have some new polling, so we'll take a look at that. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. If you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. So let's get right into our information here. So we have Crockett ahead right now, 38% to Tallarico's 37%. And we're looking at this slingshot poll, and this was likely voters. It doesn't give us an amount here, but I do have more information on this polling. And so this polling right here, Texas Public Opinion Research, it's showing all Crockett is +1. And then when we're looking at the different age groups, and this is pretty interesting, between 18 and 34, Tallarico's a +1. Between 35 and 49, Crockett is +8. Between 50 and 64, Crockett is +3. Between 65 and older, Tallarico is +4. And so just looking at this information, who tends to vote the most? I would say we have 65 plus, they're pretty loyal voters. And then 50 to 64, I would also say pretty loyal voters. So when we're looking at Crockett and Tallarico, Tallarico wins the 65 plus and Crockett wins the 50 to 64. So this is going to be the bulk of the loyal voters. Now, when we go to 35 to 49, I say that they would be next on the list, and then last on the list would be 18 to 34. And so Crockett does have two demographics here that are pretty strong as far as, people getting out to vote. And Tallarico has one, the 65 plus. Okay, we're looking at a different race here. Blacks, we have Crockett at +64. Hispanics, we have Tallarico at +10. And then whites, we have Tallarico at +14. Looking at men, we have Tallarico at +1. And then women, we have Crockett at +4. Okay, and with this same polling, they asked the question, how would you describe X? So Tallarico, 35% liberal, 28% moderate, 7% conservative. When it comes to Crockett, 57% liberal, 16% moderate, 6% conservative. And so here's the same polling. Now we have a little bit more information here. So we have the sample size. It's 1,290 likely Democratic primary voters. Okay, margin of error is 3.7%. And so when you're given the choice between Tallarico and Crockett, this poll is showing Crockett ahead, 38 to 37. So we just went over that. Now, when it comes to broader appeal, 25% say they're not sure. When it comes to Crockett, 36%. When it comes to Tallarico, 38%. So which candidate can go across party lines or pull in more independents? Right now, it's pretty close, but they're showing Tallarico has the advantage there. Okay, energize the Democratic base. Tallarico, 32%. Crockett, 42%. So Crockett, they're saying, would be able to really energize that base. When it comes to the best chance versus a Republican, you have Crockett at 27, you have Tallarico at 32. And so this is very important. You have people that were polled here, 1,290 likely Democratic voters, saying that they think Tallarico would be a better challenger to whoever the Republican is than Crockett. Now, I think both of these candidates would be good, Crockett or Tallarico. I do think Crockett is a better fighter. And I think the Democratic Party, they really need to start looking for people who will fight. Because, yes, you can get someone into office, but if they are not a fighter, you need, in this climate right now, you need fighters. And if you have someone that's not really a fighter, they're just kind of, okay, let's just get along and all that, that might not work. And we've seen Democrats in the past get run over by Republicans because they just don't fight. They're not doing the things that they should be doing to represent their district or to represent their state. And that's what's important here. And both Democrats and Republicans, I think they've lost this, where they don't realize, look, you're there in office because you had people in your district or people in your state that have voted for you. You need to represent them. And if you're not doing that, then you have the wrong position. If you're there looking at, oh, the president wants this, the president wants that, I'm going to go ahead and do what the president wants instead of doing what the people want in your home district or the people want in your state, then you're not representing the people who elected you. And that's what's important here. And that's what I think is being lost. And so looking at Tallarico and saying, well, I think you'll have a better chance of beating the Republican, I don't know if that's the right way to be looking at things. I think we should be looking at who is going to fight for me. Who is going to fight for me the most? Who's going to fight for me the best? That's what we should be looking at, because that is what they're there for. They're not there to try to just get along. They're there to actually make change to benefit you in your home districts. And let's take a look at one more here. So top issues in 2026, healthcare is at 38%. And then of course, cost of living, affordability is at 52%. And this is what I'm talking about when we're talking about fighting for your people in your district. You need to fight when it comes to the cost of living. You need to be out there letting people know, look, this is what I stand for. This is what the current administration stands for. This is where we differ, and I'm going to fight tooth and nail to get you what you need. So right now, latest polling is showing that Crockett has a slight lead. This is within the margin of error, but nonetheless, this is better for Crockett than the last poll that we saw where Tallarico was up by, 7 or 8 points. So I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about this race? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.